Hi there, welcome back to our channel. Today we give you a piece of breaking news from People magazine. Donald Trump has made Meghan Markle the laughingstock of the United States. When Meghan divulged her feelings about Trump, he still took the high road and wished her and Harry well. How does he feel about them both now that they're interfering in U.S. politics? I think the president's response to this yesterday was priceless. He promptly put Meghan Markle back in line where she belongs. He has now made her the laughingstock of the United States as well, to the delight of all royal fans. This has gone viral all over the world and will be referred to for months, years to come. Well done, Mr. Trump. Regardless of what political side one is on in any country in the world, there are times when one is better keeping one's mouth shut. Before joining the royal family, Rachel Meghan Markle, a C-grade actress from Suits, was very open about how much she disliked Donald Trump. Nobody cared about what she said then, as she was a nobody and a tacky model, and she didn't have a voice. She acquired that first after marrying a prince. Before joining the British royal family, she was given a choice by the Queen to remain independent as Prince Harry's wife or to become a medlem of the royal family with a title. Nobody twisted her arm, and certainly not a 90-year-old little woman. Other members of royal families in Europe have taken a modern approach to marrying the spare. Princess Martha Louise from Norway and Princess Madeleine from Sweden both chose to live independent lives when they married. The actress chose the title, Duchess of Sussex. When she made this decision, she knew perfectly well the responsibilities and terms that go with it. This would have been explained to her in detail by her husband and the palace before signing documents from the Queen's legal team. Her number one duty is loyalty to the Queen. However, looking at this photo taken in the church on her wedding day, Her Majesty does not look entirely convinced. The constitutional role of the monarchy is to steer clear of politics. The US and UK have strong and eternal bonds. They're both part of the NATO alliance. In 2018, the President of the United States was invited to the UK for a 3-day state visit, which included the 75th anniversary of the D-Day landings. This is a very important event. In his speech at the state banquet, Trump praised the courage of the British people during the World War II and called the Queen a great, great woman, and he meant every word of it. Many don't know that Trump's mother, Mary Ann McLeod Trump, was British. She was born and raised in Tong and spoke Scottish Gaelic. She was proud of her roots and visited her homestead every year. She was a philanthropist and a Scottish-American homemaker. So the state visit was a huge private event for Trump and his 4 children as well. Meghan Markle skipped the state banquet and lunch with the royal family from the 3rd to the 5th of June, with the excuse that she was on maternity leave. Baby Archie was officially born on the 6th of May, but surprisingly enough, she turned up at the Trooping of the Color Parade 5 days later. She couldn't miss an opportunity to ride in the carriage. Many will remember the tension shown between the couple that day, and when the royals were all together standing on the balcony when Harry had to tell her twice to turn around when the national anthem was to be played. Before arriving in the UK, a reporter asked Trump what he thought about Meghan Markle and the comments she had previously made about him in 2016. Trump had not heard any of this before and thought her comments to be nasty. One would have stopped there, but it didn't. Who doesn't remember the Russian prank call to Harry and Meghan saying that she would never live in America again as long as Trump was in power? And after only 2 years as a working royal, where did they move to? Yes, into a mansion in La La Land, which has been paid for with money given to their charities by others, and a good slump of it from Prince Charles and the Duchy estate. When they went to Canada for an extended holiday for 6 weeks and ended up living there as freeloaders for 5 months at the expense of the Canadian taxpayers for their security protection, President Trump made it very clear that when they landed in the U.S., they would have to pay for this themselves. After sucking everything she could get from the British royal family like a vampire and using her Duchess title, she's now involved herself in the U.S. elections, dragging Prince Harry with her into the gutter. After taunting the Queen and Charles for the past months, which is utterly disrespectful, she now believes she can take on the President of the United States. It didn't take long for Trump to take a jibe at her, and she might think carefully before she does it again in the near future. The tragic part of all of this is that she's making her husband look and act like a complete idiot. Harry has no right to interfere in a foreign election, and he has crossed well over the line, which can end up as a disaster. The royals have been far too nice and polite to Meghan Markle, and I'm sure there are many stories untold. I'm not so sure the Americans will hold back as time goes on and more stories are revealed. And who believes that Joe Biden would applaud any of this woke salad either, or the Obamas for that matter? They have far too much respect for the Queen and the British royal family, and everybody knows that Harry is going to need all the luck he can get with Meghan Markle. I think it's a massive mistake for those two to make an enemy out of the POTUS, a big mistake for their current and future endeavors, especially considering their amount of legal troubles and the very shady finances of Travelist. I wouldn't want to be on the radar if I was transferring charity funds into a for-profit organization. Meghan does not think before she acts, and her willingness to burn bridges indicates either a lack of intelligence, an ego run amok, or both. The basic issue is that the royal family are part of the government system, however, ceremonial of 16 realms within the Commonwealth, but their role typically is to ask whoever the political system produces to please form a government for them. To involve thematic in politics of a country, even in the Commonwealth, is absolutely inappropriate, crass, silly, dangerous, and every negative adjective you could think of. How Britain relates to the USA and its current administration is in the hands of the elected government and the Foreign Office and Foreign Secretary, currently Dominic Raab. Say what you will about Trump, but you must admit that slam cut to the core. Sadly, I think Meghan is far too deluded to take the best route by shutting up. I'd expect her to be putting Harry up to the task of saying something in her defense in the near future, which will, of course, only lend more credence to Trump's words. I'm sure that Her Majesty the Queen and the rest of the British royal family are livid about this. To waltz off to a foreign country and then make disparaging remarks about their leader, who has never done anything against them? Unbelievable. Me, again, is not very subtle either about which party she's supporting when she says, "Get out and vote." Mr. Trump has a great relationship with the Queen and a great respect for her. America has always been a great friend and ally to England. Why try to add their petty curdled 2 cents worth in? I don't like Trump, I must admit, but he is a huge fan of the Queen's and as respectful as he knows how to be. For the Markles to insinuate anything against him is A, against royal protocol for Harry, B, shockingly ignorant of Harry as a guest in a foreign country, royal or not, and C, against protocol for Nutmeg. Trump is right. She is nasty. They look ridiculous. The press is blasting them for their involvement in politics. It is utterly disrespectful to Her Royal Highness. Have they no shame or respect for the monarchy? Obviously not, because all of their actions to date have been absolutely complicit. They do not care how their words or actions affect people or their lives. A royal fan from the US named Maria said, "I am an American. We never liked her before. We viewed her as a Paris Hilton or Kardashian. Actually, those two are viewed higher. At least they actually work. She was viewed as egotistical, a social climber, and not actually talented." She now lives in California, coronavirus hotspot. People are standing on food lines, are being evicted. There is massive, true systematic racism, and Donald Trump, who is trying to us. Meghan and Harry are whining about being treated poorly and are suing the press. Totally tone deaf. This is one of the reasons why the book had to be lowered in price. Nobody cares. We're trying to stay alive. Meghan wants to be an A-lister. She isn't talented enough as an actress. People see her as a self-centered bastard, as demonstrated by her actions, when there are far more important things happening. The world doesn't revolve around her. Maybe she should try porn. She has tried everything else to get attention and it didn't work. It did wonders for Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian's careers. How about you? What do you think of Donald Trump making Meghan Markle the laughingstock of the United States? Please let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share with your own followers. And as always, subscribe to our channel for all the latest news on the royal family, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.